Hey there, YouTube pipe community. New Jersey Piper Ben here. I'm going to dip into a new tin and do a first impressions video. Just kind of wanted to stick with the theme here and finish up the Smokers Havens blends that I have. So far I've done the Exotic, the 20th anniversary, and the in-between mixture. And I would say for sure, up until this point, I think the Exotic is my favorite of those. So, last but probably not least, the Our Best blend, which again is, by all accounts, identical to the Balkan Sobranie, just relabeled for Smokers Haven, which is a historical tobacco shop in Columbus, Ohio, I believe. So I'm just going to get some light while I get this tin open. Nice tight seal. Just bend the lid back so it'll seal back good. Because I do store tobaccos in these tins. Because if you get a good seal, they should be fairly hermetic. They're not going to be like they are in their normal vacuum sealed state, but it should do a pretty good job, at least, you know, for 6 months or so, I would say. And this is the standard packaging that you get with the Smokers Havens, and also the fine shag cut. Nice mix of medium browns and darks in there, as you can see. Just doing a tin note. That's obviously, as usual, the Latakia hits you first. And again, that aroma of the best way I can describe it is licorice on these Smokers Havens blends. Again, I don't know if it's a just a common component that they use throughout their blends, if it's what the air smells like on the island of Jersey, I don't know. But it's definitely got a distinctive odor that's a common thread for all of them. I'm curious if the same thing is true for the other blends that come from that area, like the Esotericus. Just gonna root around here and get a moisture check. So it's pretty. It's honestly a little drier than the other ones. So yeah, this probably won't need to sit out for that long at all. Maybe 15 minutes. Just gonna get some and put it on my valet here. And I will be right back when I'm ready to get lit. Alrighty. On the front porch tonight with the Savinelli 703 king size. See, you got that nice nice cherry going in there. Did a pretty good job packing this, but those super fine shag cuts pack really nicely. They burn really nicely as well. And again, this one was pretty dry out of the tin, so it was probably sitting there for like maybe 15 minutes while I was getting everything set up. But it's burning really nicely. So this is Virginia Orientals, and according to TobaccoReviews.com, it's got Syrian Latakia in it, and I don't think I've ever had Syrian Latakia, unless it's, you know, an exotic in the other Smokers Havens blends, which I don't know why it wouldn't be, but just reading the components, for some reason that stood out to me. So yeah, this is basically the full English of the line. So I would say the deepest and smokiest of the blends, and that's pretty evident. It's nothing crazy. It's not like Gaslight. It's like 50% Latakia or something like that. But it's got a nice full-bodied flavor to it for sure. It's easy on the retro, a little bit of spice there, nothing crazy. If I'm detecting any sweetness at all, it's a very mild sweetness. It's pretty good though. When you read about these blends and the history and everything, it's there's a lot of history. And again, I can't recommend Gabriel's videos more. Old Hollywood Briar. He did these back around Christmas time, and he just goes into it so well, and it's incredibly interesting to learn about. But in general, given the price points of these blends, I don't know. If I'm comparing them to something like, Mississippi River or Plum Pudding or Mac Baren Latakia Flake, those blends that I smoked and just really loved from the start, I don't really see myself rebuying these. And I don't know if that's going to change, but for now, they're good, and I can tell they're very high quality. But, as from a flavor standpoint, they're really not grabbing me like those aforementioned blends. And that's okay. It's burning so nicely though. Just a nice light, almost white ash cap there. Just takes a little convincing in it. Just lights right up and burns down. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how these blends develop over time as they age, and as my tastes change and mature and evolve, and et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, I'm glad I tried them out. I just couldn't resist the history there and the interest. Again, as a collector and as a person that finds history interesting, especially around things like this. About halfway down now. Not even halfway. It's pretty good though. It's pretty good. Hope you guys are having a good weekend so far. I got to get out and cut the grass again tomorrow. It's growing like crazy. So we've had decent rain and warm temperatures, and it was just ridiculously humid yesterday. It wasn't that humid today, but it got pretty hot today. But it's not supposed to be too hot tomorrow. I think the high tomorrow is only like 77, so it'd be good to get out in the morning and cut the grass while it's still pretty cool. Not looking forward to that. I don't like yard work. I'd rather just live somewhere where it was taken care of, but that's just me. I know some people love it, but yeah. Yeah. Okay, guys. Be excellent to one another. Take care.